men were employed at the mine at its peak?
Well, of course, now they have about 400 or 500. But when we were there, I imagine about 100, 150 at the mine. The Moly Mine, it's a rare metal. It's used as a flux for steel, hardening of steel. And at that time, the Moly Mine, the ore was pure. Of course, nowadays, they're just getting the low grade and they're having a lot of trouble, of course. And no unions, don't get me wrong, no unions, no doctors, no ambulance, no insurance. You were on your own. If you got hurt, you had to take care of yourself. And of course, so many of the men, now this is all the truth, so many of the men got silicosis. Silicosis isn't tuberculosis. Silicosis is an occupational disease. It was all rock drilling. The ore is in rock, you know. You drill those rocks. And I tell you, when the men and the machines were all, God knows, the machines were all wet machines. When you drill, that dust would just fly. When the men would come home, you would think they were dipped in the flour barrel. They were covered with that white dust. And of course, silicosis is a lung disease. Don't get me wrong, it's a lung disease, but it's inhaling the dry rock. And of course, how I know, my husband had silicosis. In fact, that's what he died from, was silicosis. And he tried to sue, but he couldn't sue. I still have the papers. He couldn't sue because he was a coal miner in Kansas. He didn't have to have a physical here, and he couldn't prove that he didn't get it in Kansas, so the suit was thrown out. And that was the case of all the other men. They just couldn't get anything. Because when you worked there, you were on your own. You were just on your own. Mm-hmm.